everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys the concepts of getters and setters. A getter and a setter is basically when you're able to get the value of something and set the value of something. So here we have a public class named person, which is where our getters and setters are going to be, which are going to get and set our instance variables. And then we're going to be using a test class, which I made an object of person, where we are going to be testing the getter and setter methods so you can see how they work. First things first, we need our instance variables. And generally, instance variables are private, so that it can only be accessed in this class. However, the point of getters and setters is to be able to get and set the values so you can access them. So one thing that describes a person is their name. You can do private int age. And private string favorite color. So right now, test has no access to these instance variables at all. But in able to have access to those, you need getters and setters methods. IntelliJ, if you have IntelliJ, can actually automatically generate that for you. So for all the college students who want to get their work done quicker, it can literally just generate it for you, so you don't have to type it out. But of course, I'm going to teach you guys how they actually work, so you're going to have to manually type it. Boom. Easy as pie. But we're going to make them ourselves. I like to do setters before getters because it makes more sense to me, but either way, it doesn't matter what order you do them in. So we're going to do public void set name. And this method is going to take in one parameter, and it's going to be a string. And in this parameter, it's going to be taking in the user's name when you call this method. And basically, it's going to take whatever you enter into this method and set the value into the instance variables. So you would do this dot name. And basically, this is just to differentiate the difference between name and the instance variable name. If I were to call this, I guess, name with a capital N, I could do it like this instead. But because they both have the same exact name and they're spelled the same, I have to differentiate the difference, so use this for that. Overall, what this method is doing is taking what you enter into this method, which ideally would be someone's name, and then it's taking it and setting this instance variable equal to this name. And let's say you actually want to grab this name and return it. Because this method is a void method, so it's not going to return the value of the name, it's just setting it. So if you want to actually get the value, you do public string, whatever the data type is, and in this case it's string, and you would name it get name. It can be named whatever you would like it to be, but generally it's a get name. And then you would return name. And that is how you would access a private instance variable outside of its class. Same thing with age here. Since a setter method doesn't return anything, it's going to be void, and you're going to set the age. Setter methods take in one parameter, and it's going to be the same data type as whatever the instance variable is. And we're going to set our instance variable age equal to the age argument. Because get methods return a value, you have to set the method's return type, which is int or string, depending on the instance variable. So in this case, it's int. And you're going to return age. So now we are moving on to the test class, where we can actually invoke these methods from the person class. Like I said, we could do this in the person class if we wanted to, but I thought for demonstration purposes it'd be cool to do it in a test class. So we have a object of the person class called Bob, and in here we can call the get and set methods For instance, I could do Bob.setName. Remember, in order to call a method from another class, you do need an object. And because the setName method takes in a string parameter, you need to put it in double quotes, otherwise it won't be interpreted as a string, and you'll get an error. So in double quotes, you're going to put whatever name you would want in there. I could put Bob, which makes sense because the object's name's Bob, but I could put Sally if I wanted to, and Bob's actual name would actually be Sally. Now we can set Bob's favorite color. And inside the quotes, I will also put in double quotes the favorite color. So let's say Bob's favorite color is purple. Now it's time to set Bob's age. We do set age, and inside the double quotes, you would put an integer. So this doesn't go in double quotes. An integer is just a regular number, so I put 16 in there. Now let's say you wanted to print out these values to the screen. You have to actually get that value. You can't just print out Bob.setAge and expect it to print out 16. You would actually have to get the value. And I personally think that's what makes Java secure, is that you can't necessarily grab something from the class whenever you want to. You have to have a method that will access it for you. So if you do system.out.println, which is a print statement, you can print out the value. Hi, my name is, do Bob.getAge, or getName, sorry. And this should actually grab the value from the person class. Hi, my name's Bob. We can do the same for the rest of these as well. My favorite color is, make sure you add a plus sign so you can concatenate the strings. Get favorite color, because it returns the value. I am get age years old, and get age returns the integer that we actually set. And these get methods should obviously return what we placed in these set methods. So if I run this, you will see, hi, my name is Bob, my favorite color is purple, and I am 16 years old.